Hi people, happy Sunday from wherever you are. This is Elektronfx and we have come to another session where we share valuable information, valuable insights and all of that, right? So we will be sharing more and more and more as we progress, right? So today we'll be talking about smart money, right? I know that most of you must have heard one thing or the other about smart money. So I want to talk in details what smart money really is, who smart money is, right? So who is smart money? Who is smart money? So I will just underlist the people that we call smart money, and then I'll outline their relevance or why you should know about them, because every information has a purpose. So for us to understudy smart money, then there must be a reason for that, right? So that is what we are here to discuss. Why, who is smart money, and what's the relevance, right, in our trading journey, right? So who is smart money, right? So I'll just be defining smart money best to my definition, right? So smart money, right? Smart money is a group, right? It's a group of individuals, right? So with enough money to move price, right? With enough money to move price, yeah, direction. So I want to explain that smart money is a group of individuals with enough money to move price their direction. That means if they want to buy a market, they have the money to click a buy and the market will start buying. Or if they want to sell a market, they have the money to click sell and the market starts selling. That is what smart money is. They have the money or the equity to move price in whatsoever direction that they please, whatsoever direction that they please. That is who smart money actually is. That is who smart money actually is. So who we have known or what um, who smart money is, right? We are a group of individuals enough to have enough money to move price direction. So we have to also check out the people who are those group of individuals that actually make up smart money, right? So it's not enough to just say smart money is this, smart money is that. We have to also know the people that actually have the money to move price their direction, right? So I will be underlisting the group of people that have the money to do that in a jiffy. So let us type them out. I'll just list a few of them. I may not know, but I will just mention the most important ones. We have the hedge funds. These are the smart money. The hedge funds. I'll explain them one by one. We have the hedge funds. Right. We have the banks. We have the banks. Right. And we have um, other multi-million naira installation, other those kind of other big boys, right? Those kind of other big boys, um, such as multi, right, multi-million, like multi-million establishments, right, etc. So these are the basically these are the basic three people I would just talk about: the hedge funds, the banks, and other big boys, so that the multi-million establishment. Those are segments that are in $1,000,000, right? Their revenue is in billions of dollars. Those are the people we call the smart money. So before I continue, I would like to show you an example of how these guys trade. Right, I want to show you an example of a smart money trade. Right, so I'll just post that on my Telegram channel, and then for you to see what it looks like. Right, I just posted this so it can be easy for me to find. So let us go and show you an example of a smart money trade. Right, so I'll be sharing my screen now. Right, so this is it. So I'm downloading this. So you can see, right? Can you see this? Can you see the kind of trade? This trade is running in what? $1,000,000, right? You can see the positions. Nasdaq, the minimum loss is actually 0.01. You can see the kind of profits that's running on this kind of trade. These are the kind of traders that have money to move price their direction. Look at the lot size they use. Just look at this. Just 158,000. Look at very amazing trade. I could not really find a one that actually talks about showed you the equity size. So these guys actually trade with equity such as $28 million, $50 million, $100 million. So the kind of equity that they use to enter the financial market. So now I want to, before I talk more about this, I also want to tell you that these guys, they have the money to move price in whatsoever direction that they please. That means if you are buying the market, maybe you saw a resistance level and price came to your resistance level, like price was, price came, gave you a double bottom, and you were looking to enter the third touch, and price does this. So the fact that price has held here the first time, second time, why did it have to break this time around? And then after breaking down, it eventually goes up. So these are the guys that actually have money, the money to do this, right? They have the money to make price go their direction. You can see the market do something like this, right? And I'm wondering what happened. Why did the market have to do this? Why did it have to do this? Why did it have to eventually stop there and then start buying? You see, market things like this. I don't know if you have seen that happen, but I have seen that happen severally. So I was just looking to see if you can see a chart. Look at this, for example. Look what happened there. Look at this. This is an example I'm talking about. Look at the resistance level at this point here. Look at this. And you can see that it held for quite a while. Look at this kind of resistance level. The tap came here. Look at this. And look at what happened. Price eventually did what? Wicked above this point and then sold down. So why should the market do this and then sell? That is what we are trying to explain, the smart money concept. So these are the guys that actually have the money to move price whatever direction like they please, whatever direction they please, right? So now, who are the hedge funds? The hedge funds are basically companies that use people money to make more profits, right? So if you are maybe an investor, maybe you have millions of dollars and you're looking for where to invest, these are the guys that actually can actually invest. And what do? They use your money to trade and make returns, right? And typically, why they are called hedge funds is that the word hedge simply means to protect, and funds means that their business is to protect your funds, right? So, for example, if maybe a hedge fund gets maybe $10 million from different individuals, they now fund it into a trading account. You find them taking trades that actually provide more revenue. Since now they have access to enough equity, then they can move price their direction. They can move price their direction. I'm trying to get something top. Right. So I'm trying to do something before we continue. So, all right. So we're still on smart money concepts. So let us go to the next here. So these are the hedge funds. They have money to move price in direction. So, for example, you always find the market doing this. Let me explain this. All right. So if you have maybe a kind of resistance here, right? You had a kind of resistance here, and then you had a kind of support level, right? You find price doing something like this. Find price just hedging, right? Because it's hedging. They are buying and selling the market, right? Find price doing something like this. Sometimes see market doing this inside a kind of range. Market to buy, sell, buy, sell. This is what the hedgers usually do. They usually make price to move around a particular range, right? For example, if you have maybe they want, let's assume that they have some stocks and they want the price to maybe be around, let's assume that the upper range is something like $1,000. Maybe this upper price is $1,000. I want to understand this, so I'm taking it slowly so you can understand this. So assume that the upper range is $1,000 and now the lower range is maybe let's say $500, and they don't want price to get too high or too low. So what do? They hedge, right? They use the equity they have. They make price to keep bouncing at these levels, right? So price never goes below 500, never goes above 1,000. That's what hedge funds do. They typically buy and sell. So they buy when the market comes there, they sell at the top, buy, sell. They keep hedging until whenever they are done, then they can move price whatever direction that they place. So these guys have the money to move price in whatever direction that they want, right? They call it hedge funds, right? They have the equity to move price in whatever direction that they want, right? So if the market comes to your support and the hedge fund is tired of hedging, maybe wants to sell below, Once it does that, he sells enough orders to move price down. So I've shown you an example of what a hedge, a smart money trade looks like. So let's assume that price came here with this resistance now. And maybe you sold here, maybe this was on NAS, maybe NAS or whatever you trade. I thought this was maybe EU, yeah, EU USD, and maybe price came here and you sold the 2 lots, right? Because it's an equity, so you sold the 2 lots at this point. You sold here with 2 lots, and then someone comes here and buys with 100 lots, 100 lots, right? Someone is buying with 100 lots at this same zone, at this same resistance level, right? So believe me that despite this point has been a result for 1, 2, 3 instances, price is going to go against the person using 2 lots. So price moves in the direction of where the orders are in. So the person buying has enough orders, the person is going to move price in his direction, right? Price moves the direction of whosoever has more money, right? So if the market comes there and the person buys the 100 lots, I'm just going to take it out, right? It's you that using your 2 lots, right? So that is why you must know about smart money. That the guys that have the money to move price your direction. So let's go to the second one, which is the bank. So this are all goes to Google, right? Let's click on the top currency traders by volume. This is for currency pairs mostly. So these are the banks that are involved in the financial market. So we can see that these are the smart money individuals. You can see. Let's look at this. Trying to get. Oh yeah, look at it here. So you can see that we have the top currency traders by volume. You can see that in the whole market volume, this was 2 years ago, the top currency trader was JP Morgan, and they had 10.78% of the shares in the financial market. That means you know that the financial market has about $6.6 trillion. That means these guys have 10% of the $6.6 trillion. That means they're having about $600 billion in the financial market. Then we have the UBS, which is also a financial institution as well. We have the UBS, it's a bank as well. We have the STS market, which is also a bank as well. Okay, it's a company, right? It's not a bank. It's an operating trading company. You can see that these are the smart money guys. We have the Deutsche Bank, it's also a bank. We have the Citibank based in UCT. It's a bank, it's an investment bank. We have the HSBC, it's a bank as well. Jump Trading, this is a proprietary firm, right? It's not a bank, it's a proprietary firm. So these are the smart money individuals, right? So some hedge funds are actually inside there, and then we have some bank inside there. So these are the guys that actually move. We have Merrill Lynch, we have the Goldman Sachs, and all of that. So these guys are the guys that actually move price their direction. So you can say there was even a time that these guys have the money to manipulate price in whatever direction they place, right? Look at a particular news I saw some time ago, right? Goldman Sachs was sued, right, they are sued for manipulating price. I told you these guys have the money to move price their direction. So they were sued, right? They were sued, right? That they move price their direction. That's why they were sued at it. They were sued, right, for moving price their direction. So this happens oftentimes because this actually happens because these guys actually can manipulate price. They can actually manipulate price since they have money to move price, right? So this look at it in 2014, a Libyan investment authority finally lost against Goldman after losing. It lost about $1.3 billion, right, because of Goldman Sachs toxic waste, right? So this is how it happens. They really have some controversies because they actually manipulate price and all of that, right? So these are the banks that mentioned, the banks that are involved in the financial markets. These are the guys that actually move price in whatever direction they want. As you can see, that big boy, I've explained that. For example, we have the jump trading. These are guys multi-million-dollar establishment that is involved in trading, right? They are involved in trading. They are not a bank. They're not a company. That's all they do, that they trade. So we have such big companies that are involved in financial markets, right? So these are the guys that actually move price their direction. So what is the relevance of knowing about smart money? The relevance about knowing about smart money is that you are able to trade you're able to look at their footprint and then follow it. So you don't want to be selling a market when smart money is buying. I don't want to be buying if smart money is selling. It's a popular saying that if you cannot beat them, then join them. So basically, to trade the smart money concept, you are trying to trade the way the smart money trade, or not the way basically you're trying to copy their moves. That means if smart money has an interest in buying the market, you are looking to buy, right? For example, someone wants to buy this market, maybe they want to buy, right? They want to buy, so you're looking at taking a buy with them. That means if smart money is trying to buy here, you want to buy with them. Smart money is trying to sell, you want to sell. And the market wants to buy at the demand zone, you want to buy with smart money and take price higher. So that I have a course that is dedicated on this, on smart money concept. We teach you smart money concept on the basics, the various ways to teach smart money, and that is available on my Mentorship Academy, right? On my Mentorship Academy. I have done a video on this before, so you can watch my previous video, my bootcamp on how smart money trade. But this video is not about how you trade. I'm not teaching you who they are and what is the relevance in trading. So they're the guys that move price in their direction, and your goal is to trade in line with their direction. That means if smart money is buying, you want to buy. So that's a course on that, on how to identify the footprints made by smart money, so you can buy when they are buying and sell when they are selling. Right? That's basically what the course is about. So I want to take you to my academy so you can see some things that have been going on my Mentorship Academy. So I'm taking you to Telegram now. So let's take a look at this. Follow me. All right. So Elektronfx. Right. So this is my YouTube Telegram channel. You can see this was a student of mine. You can see that he made a profit of what, $619. This was not filtered. You can see that. You can see this. He made a profit of $619 just last week, the first week of May. Right. So you can see this was not a look at this is my mentorship group. You can see we have a group here. We teach them how to trade, we call trade ideas and all of that. Right. I can see we have our discussion group, we have our setup, our signal group, our faces, our lectures are organized in phases, right? So we teach you how to trade in phases. We give you assignments and all of that. So we have our signal group, where we post signals and all of that. So I'm not going to be clicking there. Just go to the free Telegram channel. Look at this, for example, I called a trade idea on my free Telegram channel. You can see it was a buy idea on Verizon 75, and I can see it traded massive. I called it, so look at the market was still here when I called it. And you can see that price actually did as I anticipated, right? So look at this. This was the result later on. Look at market actually basically came there and then bought. So I'm going to show you some student results. That's why I came to this point to show you my student results. So you can see that they're actually doing very well in my academy, right? So let's just go there. Right, look at the testimony. Look at how she turned $15 to 60, and she has been doing this steadily, right? She has been turning like it's about 300%. And look at this as well. This guy has never funded his account since he joined us. So he funded with $35 and he has been making profit. I didn't even show his recent results, right? It's doing quite fine. Look at this. The student of mine from $100 to $308. That's an amazing result. And we have been seeing it at another results here. This has been a student of mine doing so well in my academy, and it has been awesome. That's been amazing. That's been amazing. Look at this, okay? Another student, he did what? $14 to $103. So you can see that we have results in my academy. We're not here to play game. Look at this one, $21 with just one trade, right? And she made this actually from about $1 about. So you can see that we have actually been doing well in academy. So if you want to join us, we are actually taking new students. We are taking new students and all of that. So you can just join us with the link in the description. It goes for just $60 a one-time payment. Imagine my students made a total of $619 in a week, right? $619 is not actually even up to 1/10 of what they're paying us to join us. So this is more, it's the value of our academy is much more than how much you're paying. So we make that affordable for everyone to be able to have access to this and have financial freedom, right? So if you want to buy the Mentorship Academy, do well to join with the link in the description. So this is the end of this video. Have a wonderful day. Cheers and God bless.